In this one, we are going to complete a frequency table, a bar chart, and a bar graph, and then a pie chart or a circle graph. So first, we've got this data, and we need to break it down into a frequency table. So this will be our type of pet. This will be the frequency. I'll left this place here for the calculation. And then this here will be our relative frequency, which is always going to be a percentage. So that's what the calculation will end us up with, a percentage, which that's what relative frequency is. So we have several different types of pets. We've got a dog. We've got some that have cats. We have bird. We have turtle, hamster, fish. I guess I had a little bit more room, and then down here we'll put our total. So now we just have to go through, pick out how many dogs are there. So we just kind of count. If you look through there, I came up with 9. Hopefully I got all the right number. When I looked at the cats, I went through and I could see that there were 6 cats. Birds, there are a total of 4 birds. If you're on paper, you can cross them off as you go if you like. That's sometimes helpful. There are 2 turtles. See those? And then there are also 2 hamsters, but there's only 1 fish. So that's the frequency part of the table. And to get a relative frequency, so we can maybe compare to a different size group, what we need to do is we need to get the total. So I like to do 9 plus 1 is 10. There's another 10, so there's 20, 24. 24 total. So the calculation to get the relative frequency is to take the number, so this will be 9 divided by the total, 24, and then turn that into a percentage by multiplying by 100. And then when you take 9 divided by 24 times 100, we get 37.5%. 6 divided by 24 times 100 gives us 25.0%. 4 divided by 24 times 100 gives us 16.7%. 2 divided by 24 times 100 gives us 8.3%. 2 divided by 24 times 100 gives us the same result, 8.3%. And finally, we have 1 fish divided by 24 total pets times 100 gives us 4.2%. Now, it's always important to take these numbers, these percentages, add them together. What should we get at the bottom? Well, we've accounted for all our pets that are listed here, so we should always get 100%. Sometimes with this rounding that we're doing here, it doesn't end up being exactly, but we're close enough. We're at exactly 100%. Sometimes you'll see it a little bit off. Okay. That's our frequency table. What we can do now is use this to make a bar chart. So the bar chart, because this is qualitative data, it's not really in any order. We just list at the bottom the pets. So I'll just go ahead and start here with dogs. And then we'll do another bar for cats, bird, turtle, hamster, and a fish. And what we need along this side is some sort of a sort of a number stick to keep track of how many. So we've got a total, we're going all the way up to 9. So a good way to do this is maybe call the top one up here 10. So then if we cut that in half, that should be 5. And then now maybe we can divide these into fifths a little. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And now let's see, for the dogs there are 9, so we're going to make a bar that goes all the way up to the 9. For the cats we have 6, so we're going to go up to the 6, and that will be the bar for the cats. Birds, we've got 4. A little scrunched here, but we're okay. Turtles have 2. And hamsters have 2. Fish, there is 1. And that's our bar chart. Now, fortunately, we need a pie chart, and I've got a nice little spot in here, so I'm just going to fill it in there. There's a lot of software that you can use to make that will, like Microsoft Excel or any spreadsheet type program, can do a frequency table with you. You record the calculations in there, and then oftentimes you select the table, it will draw the bar chart for you, and even the circle chart. So the circle chart is we have a circle. It's okay, circle. Not perfect, but it's going to represent 100%. The one that I pick out that's probably the easiest to draw is the cat, because it's at 25%. So I'm going to come here, 1/4 of a circle, so I'm thinking half and half. If I take a chunk like this is 25%. So I'm going to put the cat here, cats, and that's 25%. I label it so we can see it. Now the next one, 37.5, is going to be more than 1/4. So if I came to this side, I'd have 1/4. Let's see, how much more is it? That's 10. That's 12.5 more. So it's kind of like it's 1/4 and a half. So go 1/4 and a half will be something like this, and that I'm going to call 37.5%, and those are the dogs. The birds are the next largest group, that's 16.7, so we notice this is all that's left. 16.7, well, this is 25%. Let's see, take about 10 off, take about 9 off. It's, we're estimating at this time, but let's see, this is 12.5 left over here, so it's a little bit more than this slice. And again, this gives us 16.7%, and that's our birds. And then this little part here, we've got 8.3, 8.3, and 4.2. I'm just going to, since we're just kind of estimating the best we can, there's our 4.2. Let's divide that in half. And that's roughly okay. So I'm just going to put an arrow here because it's hard to write in there. This is the turtle, 8.3%. This one is the hamster. I'll abbreviate that way, at 8.3%. And this little slice here, that's our fish at 4.2%. That's a frequency table turned into a bar chart, turned into a pie chart.